Have you ever been labeled with a diagnosis and told that you were going to have to live with it for the rest of your life and probably medicated on and off for the rest of your life? Yeah, me too. So, when I was 10 years old, I was having really bad abdominal pain. And I actually remember the first time that this happened. I went to the bathroom, went to go flush, and the whole toilet bowl was filled with blood. Obviously, as a 10-year-old, I was freaked out, called my mom crying, and her first instinct was to take us to the doctor. The doctors ran a bunch of tests, and throughout the whole process, I ended up getting diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. And ulcerative colitis is basically inflammation in your large intestine that causes pain and then bleeding. And so, with all the tests, we tried different medication, tried different supplementation, homeopathy, none of it worked. So, by the time I was 11 years old, they ended up taking out my whole large intestine. And so, as a 10-year-old, a lot of things dramatically changed. The symptoms changed. My digestive system majorly changed. And I never understood why it happened in the first place, though. And then by the time I was 18 years old, even though the symptoms changed, stress still was in my life. I was getting ready to sign a Division II basketball scholarship, and I got sick again. So then at that point, I was in for more surgeries and got diagnosed with Crohn's disease. I was put on Remicade, which is a low-dose chemo, for the next 6 years. I played college basketball and ended up getting into chiropractic school. And when I was there, I heard about the nervous system, how the nervous system functions and it heals, and what its main role is. And as somebody said, that every single organ is in your body for a purpose, for a reason, and if you give it the chance to heal, it will do so. And I remember being so mother effing mad, to be honest. And I was like, what are you saying? Are you saying like I potentially would never had to have surgery? It blew me away. And so I started my own healing journey really at that point. I was 24 years old started in 2007. And I started getting adjusted frequently. And in 4 months' time, I was able to work with all my doctors, came off all the medications that I had been on since I was 10 years old. I have not taken a medication since the end of February 2008. I've been healthier than I've ever been and have not dealt with a digestive struggle. Obviously, my digestive system is still very different, but I've not dealt with a digestive struggle since then. And I say all this to say, you don't need to have my story to know that there is healing and that healing is possible. You have a divine ability and a divine innate capability to function and to heal. You just got to give it a chance to do so. And if we are a part of that story and can be a part of that process, we would love to come alongside of you to allow your body to function and to heal.